What's up, YouTube? My name is Big Boy Snatch Giant TV. Welcome back to the channel. I'll go over my AEW Wrestle Dream review and highlights. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys please watch the video, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel for more wrestling content because I'm on the road to 7K along with that 3K watch hours. Follow my social media down below in the description, and let's get started. Now, AEW Wrestle Dream was a decent show. That's all I gotta say. Now, AEW Wrestle Dream was live from Tacoma, Washington. That's all I gotta say. All right, let's go over this review. It says, "Who dream will come true? It's time for AEW Wrestle Dream." We kick off with the opening video package before being greeted at the Tacoma Dome. Jay White makes his way out to the ring alongside Juice Robinson as the Switchblade gets ready for our opening match of the night. Jay White enters the ring as Hangman Adam Page makes his way out next. His entrance video reminding the booing Takuma crowd of what he did to Swerve Strickland's childhood home as Adam Page heads to the ring as we get underway. All right, so we get Jay White versus Hangman Adam Page. This was a very good match to open up the show. Two men circled the mat before locking up, but with Hangman Adam Page sending Jay White to the corner before Jay White fights his way out. Hangman Adam Page sends him to the ropes, but is met with a shoulder tackle by Jay White and a dueling chant from the crowd. Jay White sends him to the corner, but Hangman Page turns it around as he lays into the switchblade with some hard strikes. Hammer throw sends Jay White to the opposite corner, but Jay White catches Hangman Adam Page with a low drop kick before going after the Hangman Adam Page leg. Hangman Page crawls to the ropes for a break, only to be driven into the bottom rope by Jay White, who leaves the ring to keep on the attack before re-entering for a near fall. The action heads to the apron as Hangman Page sends the switchblade to the floor before bringing him back into the ring. Jay White Jay White backs to his feet, fighting back with some punches, but Hangman Page is quick to retaliate with some elbow strikes that grounds Jay White to the mat. Hangman Page brings the switchblade back to his feet for a chop, followed by a fallaway slam into the corner for a near fall. He takes Jay White to the corner for some mounted punches, but Jay White fights back to escape, only for Hangman Page to swing him around to the canvas for another near fall. Jay White slowly gets to his feet, taking the punch of Hangman Page as he fights back with some right hands. But Hangman Page rallies him with a right hand of his own, sending the switchblade back down. Hangman Page sends him to the ropes, but Jay White stops his momentum before evading a buckshot lariat attempt. Jay White goes to the corner, catching Hangman Page by surprise with a suplex into the corner before getting back up. Hangman Page used the turnbuckle to get back up as Jay White lays into him with some strikes, but Hangman Page escapes the switchblade, not for long through as Jay White hits him with a DDT, and he gets the cover only for Hangman Page to kick out. The two lock up as each looks for the upper hand. Jay White catches Hangman Page for a suplex, but Hangman Page escapes, only to be driven down by Jay White, who lands a German suplex and brings for a bridges bridge for a near fall. Jay White gets Hangman Page on the top turnbuckle now, but Hangman Page digs into the face of the switchblade to fight him off. Jay White finds his footing, however, responding with a chop that hangs the Hangman in a trio woe before leaving the ring for some chops to the chest of Hangman Page, digging his hands into Page's face in an act of revenge. Page finally breaks free from the ropes as Jay White gets into the apron, only to be driven onto the hardest part of the ring with a Death Valley driver from the Hangman Page. Hangman Page looking for a buckshot lyric as Jay White tries to keep him at bay, but Jay but the Hangman rallies him with some forearm strikes to take him down. Jay White managed to retaliate with a dragon screw that sends Hangman Page to the floor, only for Page to respond with a powerbomb sending Jay White onto the steel steps with a nasty thud. Jay White gets to his feet as the referee tells Hangman Page to bring this match back in the ring, giving Jay White a brief opening to attack before Hangman Page goes back on the attack. Hangman Page has a belt in hand as the referee continues to intervene, and this allows Jay White to host the Hangman Page up, dropping him knee first onto the ramp. Jay White crawls towards the ring as Hangman Page is trying to recover Jay White as Jay White, the referee, begins the count, but Jay White breaks the count when he leaves the ring, charging at a now standing Hangman with a lariat. The action makes its way back into the ring as Jay White brings Hangman Page back in, evading a lariat to drive him to the mat, and then the corner for the fury of strikes. Page fights back but is sent down hard with the range by Jay White for a near fall. Heyman Page brought back to his feet for a Blade Runner, but he escapes only to be hit with half and half suplex. Blade Runner countered into a dead eye as Page draws Jay White to the canvas. Heyman Page makes his way to the apron, struggling for a buckshot lariat, and this gives Jay White the opening to connect with the Blade Runner, getting the win over Hangman at a Page tonight. The winner by pinfall, Jay White. This was a really good match to kick off the show. Really good opening match between Hangman Page and Switchblade Jay White. I was wondering how things would go for Hangman Page after everything he went through with Swerve Strickland, but he showed just how much he still has given has even lost. Big win for Jay White. Hashtag AEW Wrestle Dream. Alright, let's move on. Video package. Mariah May defends the AEW Women's World Champion against Willow Nightingale, who won the right to challenge on title Tuesday. Back at ringside, Willow Nightingale makes her way to the ring for our next match, ready to challenge for the AEW Women's World Champion. Out next is the champ herself as Mariah May enters the ring before this match gets underway. So we get AEW Women's World Championship match. Mariah May defends against Willow Nightingale. And this match right here, this was this match right here, this was I might as well say I don't know how I feel about this match, but this match was solid. This was a solid match for what it was. Solid. All right. The immediately lock up with Willow being sent to the corner before fighting back with a hip toss to take the champ down. Mariah May fights back, sending Willow Nightingale to the corner one more, but Willow Nightingale cartwheels out of the way. This doesn't last long as Mariah May attacks her on the rope, but the challenger takes control, sending Mariah May to the corner. Despite this, the champion gets back into it, sending Will Nightingale to the corner for some stumps before hitting a snapmare. Mariah May with the cover, but Will Nightingale kicks out. Mariah May follows up with a chin lock, but Will Nightingale starts fighting back to her feet before the champ drivens her down hard. Mariah May follows up with a series of right hands, but the challenger fights back by biting the champ by, by biting the champ's head. This forced Mariah May to retreat quickly before bringing Will Nightingale to her feet in the ropes, but Will Nightingale sends her down to the canvas by the hair. The challenger is in control now as she continues to attack, culminating in a big powerbomb for a near fall. Mariah May fights back with a German suplex, but Will Nightingale kicks out this time, only for Mariah May to go for a Indian deathlock. Will Nightingale is quick to fight back by going after the champ's knee, sending leading to a set of strikes from Mariah May before the challenger forces her shoulder down for a near fall. Will Nightingale catches Mariah May's head, slamming it against her knee before finally getting the hold broken. Mariah May tries to escape to the corner, but is caught with a cannonball senton by Will Nightingale. But the champ evades a follow-up moonsault. Mariah May takes Will Nightingale down with a Mayday and the cover, but the challenger gets her shoulders up at the last second. Mariah May brings Will Nightingale back up to the challengers manage to fight back with a massive lariat, sending Mariah May to the mat. Both women are down as the standing counts begins, with Will Nightingale the first to get her feet. She goes for a doctor bomb, but the champ escapes, countering a Death Valley driver into a victory roll, but Will Nightingale counters leading to a set of near falls from each. Will Nightingale drops the champ for a near fall before setting her up in a corner, eventually hitting a hurricanrana to take Mariah May down. Um, but Mariah May fights back with a big knee straight to pick up the win and retain. The winner by pinfall is still your AEW Women's World Champion Mariah May. This was a solid match. Alright, video package. Kajiri Shibata looks to put an end to the scapegoat's reign as TNT champion as he faces Jack Perry tonight at Wrestle Dream. Back at ringside, Kajiri Shibata makes his way to the ring for our next match. He looks ready to take on the TNT champion, the scapegoat Jack Perry, who makes his way to the ring. Next, as the scapegoat Jack Perry enters before this match gets underway. So we get the TNT Championship match. The scapegoat Jack Perry defends against Kajiri Shibata, and like I said, uh, this match right here, this was a fun match. That's all I gotta say. This was a fun match. All right, the two lock up with Jack Perry getting the upper hand early as he sends Shibata to the corner. As the action comes back to the center, the wrestler catches the champ off guard with a series of chops that rocks him, with the scapegoat having to keep his balance using the ropes before Kazuro Shibata sends him down with another chop. The two go at it before Kazuro Shibata sends the champ to the corner for some more chops, but the scapegoat Jack Perry evades a running drop kick to escape to the ring. This turns out to be a mistake, however, as Kajiro Shibata leaves the ring to hit him with a snap suplex against the apron. Back in the ring now, Kajiro Shibata hits a few forearm strikes before connecting with a running dropkick in the corner. He sends Jack Perry down with a snap suplex for a near fall, rising to his knee to hit a few Kawata kick on the champion. Jack Perry heads to the corner, but is brought back to the center by the wrestler um, until Jack Perry catches him with a snare trap. Kazuo Shibata is able to fend him off, but the champ takes him down with a DDT before going to the corner. But Kazuo Shibata evades the knee tension in a sleeper hold on the scapegoat Jack Perry instead. The scapegoat Jack Perry is struggling to escape the hold and instead gets Kajiro Shibata's shoulders onto the canvas. Kajiro Shibata doesn't quite realize his shoulders were down as he keeps the whole lock in. As a result, the scapegoat Jack Perry gets a pin on the wrestler to retain the belt. The winner by pinfall is still your TNT champion, the scapegoat Jack Perry. This was a fun match, but the crowd was not happy about it. Alright, the fans are not happy about the decision, booing as the referee makes it official and amidst a decision with Kajiro Shibata. The scapegoat Jack Perry gets back to his feet, b- b- blindsiding Kajiro Shibata for a beatdown Brian, before Daniel Garcia comes down for the save. He sends the scapegoat out of the ring, but MJF makes his way out to confront Daniel Garcia now, only for Daniel Garcia to be caught by surprise by the scapegoat, who escapes to the back with his title. MJF goes after Daniel Garcia, now laying into him with some punches before grabbing a mic from ringside to mock Daniel Garcia. He runs Daniel Garcia down for his bidding war before mocking the champ, before mocking the Seattle or rather Tacoma crowd. MJF says he's glad Daniel Garcia said the Dynamite Diamond Ring was pawned off at a shop in Buffalo, revealing that he managed to find the ring. He refined the ring as he promised to make Daniel Garcia kiss it, but Adam Cole music hits, much to the shock of MJF. The crowd pops huge as Adam Cole makes his way out for the save, running MJF off before helping Daniel Garcia back to his feet. The scapegoat Jack Perry slash Kazuchika Shibata was a fun match with a bummer and a half of a finish. Flash Pan are fine to me, but it felt so weird having the old shoulder on the mat during a submission. Trick and Trick ends this still a good match for what it was. Still, um, hashtag AEW Wrestle Dream. Of course, the bigger story here was Daniel Garcia helping Kazuchika Shibata out, only for MJF to return to go after him and reveal he got his ring back. Then Adam Cole, baby, coming back from injury. Busy post match angle. Haha. Hashtag AEW Wrestle Dream. All right, let's move on. So we get a video package. The issue between Will Ospreay and Don Callis' family crossover with his renewed friendly rivalry with Ricochet as a three-way match between Will Ospreay, Ricochet, and Konosuke Takeshita for the AEW International Championship. Back at ringside, Don Callis accompanies Konosuke Takeshita to the ring for our next match, taking a seat at commentary as Ricochet enters next. Last but not least is the AEW International Champion, with Will Ospreay entering the ring to a big pop from the crowd before this title match gets underway. So we get the AEW International Championship match. Will Ospreay defends against Ricochet and Konosuke Takeshita. Let me tell you something. In this match right here, this this was this was a fun three way. This was a good 3-way match, but at the same time, it was chaotic. Chaotic, good 3-way match. That's all I gotta say. Will Ospreay and Ricochet take turns attacking Konosuke to catch up before turning their attention on each other. A period of offense that ends with a double superhero landing, only for Konosuke to catch up to attack both men. He sends them to the outside, going after Will Ospreay first, and then sending Ricochet to the barricade. Konosuke Takeshita set up a table that he grabbed from under the ring, but Will Ospreay briefly goes after him before it's being sent away. The action eventually comes back to the ring, where Ricochet is able to fend off Konosuke Takeshita before going for a dive to the outside. Konosuke Takeshita catches him in midair, but it's no match for the add weight of a diving Will Ospreay crashing both men. Will Ospreay brings Konosuke Takeshita back into the ring for a flying forearm, but only get a near fall for his efforts. Ricochet enters the fray, sending the champ back away from hitting a standing shooting star press for a near fall of his own. Will Ospreay ends up leaving the ring as Ricochet gets sent to the corner by Konosuke Takeshita, who catches Ricochet with a big forearm strike. Ricochet escapes a blue thunder bomb getting to the ropes as Will Ospreay leaps over him to go after Konosuke Takeshita. The action is on the apron as Konosuke Takeshita and Will Ospreay go at it until Ricochet intervenes. All three men go at it until Konosuke Takeshita catches Will Ospreay with that Death Valley driver onto the apron. That was a brutal spot right there. And Ricochet dives Konosuke Takeshita down with a meteor. Konosuke, Konosuke Takeshita gets set up onto the tables as Ricochet goes across the ring for speed, but Will Ospreay catches him with a Spanish fly for a near fall. I like that spot by Will Ospreay, catching Ricochet with a Spanish fly. Ricochet counters out of a Stormbreaker for a near fall, and sends the champ down for a backslide bomb to grab another near fall for a good measure. Ricochet goes up for the 450 splash, but Will Ospreay evades him before catching Ricochet with a Styles Clash for the cover, but Konosuke Takeshita breaks it up. Chaos ensures as Konosuke Takeshita fends off Will Ospreay with a deadlift German suplex, countering Ricochet with a blue thunderbomb, but that only gets the Alpha a near fall. Will Ospreay backs up backs up to his feet, laying into Kanushka Takeshka with a set of forearms, but Kanushka Kanushka Takeshka fights back. Ricochet is back up, assisting Will Ospreay and fending off Kanushka Takeshka, who responds with a big forearm on both men for their troubles. Ricochet evades a rolling lariat, but is sent out by one alpha. Will Ospreay goes for an Oz cutter. Kanushka Takeshka evades and takes to the ropes, but the champ catches him with an Oz cutter. But Ricochet gets the drop on the champ for a near fall of his own. The mat breaks down. No, not the match, but the match breaks down once more as all three men trade off trade off offense. All three men are down as a result. Kanusuke Takeshita is the first man up, sending Will Ospreay out before going after Ricochet with both his opponents on the outside. The Alpha drops them with a dive to the floor before sending Ricochet into the ring for a massive lariat that gives him a near fall. He takes Ricochet to the corner, setting him up on the top turnbuckle. But Will Ospreay intervenes, sending Kanusuke Takeshita to the canvas before hitting Ricochet with a Hurricanrana. But the impact leads to Ricochet getting a seated senton on the Alpha, forcing Will Ospreay to break the pin to save his title. Will Ospreay gets caught with a spinning kick, but Ricochet, who lands a shooting star press off the top turnbuckle for the cover, for Kanusuke Takeshita to take advantage, getting a near fall of his own. In the end, Kanusuke Takeshita looks over at the table before bringing Ricochet to the apron for a Blue Thunder Bomb, but Ricochet fights him off with a stump. With a stump kick, Kanusuke Takeshita counters out of a vert- vertigo setting Ricochet up for a modified tombstone power driver off the apron through the table. That was a brutal spot right there. When Kanusuke Takeshita um hits a modified tombstone power driver off the apron and through the table. That was a brutal spot by Kanusuke Takeshita. Kanusuke Takeshita doesn't get time to enjoy the moment as well as racing him back into the ring, getting a near fall once and then going for the cover, but Don Callis pulls the referee out of the ring. Don Callis has a screwdriver in hand as he for revenge on Will Ospreay, but the champ sets him up for a tiger driver until a hooded figure rushes into the ring, attacking him with a screwdriver instead. The figure reveals himself as Kyle Fletcher and is the midst of all the confusion, and the champ gets laid out with a running knee strike by Takeshita. Don Callis wakes the referee up, getting him in the ring to make the count as Kanusuke Takeshita takes the win and the belt. The winner and the winner by pinfall, your new AEW International Champion Kanusuke Takeshita. This was a good chaotic three-way match. The Don Callis family is not done with Will Ospreay. However, as Kyle Fletcher set the now former champion up to deliver a nasty Tiger Driver, Will Ospreay is laid out as Kanusuke Takeshita celebrates on the turnbuckle with his title. So you mean to tell me that Kyle Fletcher turned on Will Ospreay? I did not see that one coming. All right. Chaotic fun three-way match for the AEW International Championship. All three men really showing their strengths here, but Don Callis' family couldn't help themselves as Kyle Fletcher turns his back on Will Ospreay, leading to Kanusuke Takeshita winning the title. Hashtag AEW Wrestle Dream. I know that Will Ospreay must be mad at Kyle Fletcher that because Kyle Fletcher turned on Will Ospreay. Wow, that was crazy. We cut backstage where Jerry Lynn gives Orange Cassidy some praise, saying he could be the man here in AEW. Hook appears to say the same before walking off. Swerve Strickland makes his return. This was a good segment. Back at ringside, Prince Nana hypes coffee up, hypes his coffee before introducing Swerve Strickland, the former AEW World Champion, makes his way to the ring to a big pop from the Tacoma Tacoma crowd, who continues to remind themselves this is Swerve's house. Swerve Strickland says it feels weird being here without the world title, showing some love and showing some love to the crowd before giving a medical update. Despite various things coming back around to him, he's IS medically cleared. That's a good thing. Swerve Strickland is medically cleared. That's a good thing. Swerve Strickland said he is here to tell the people about his future, and this brings out MVP and Shelton Benjamin. MVP says Swerve Strickland hasn't responded to him since trying to reach out, so Swerve Strickland must be in deep contemplation about the decision he needs to make regarding his future. Swerve and MVP have history. In fact, MVP believes in Swerve Strickland before Swerve Strickland believed in himself. He had he had told Swerve Strickland that our future was in great hands. The crowd chants Swerve Strickland. I'm sorry, the crowd chants Swerve's house, to which MVP agrees, but says that he is struggling right now. MVP talk about helping those who need it to get back to the championship glory before saying he and Swerve Strickland should talk business. Swerve Strickland says hello to MVP before bringing up their match, and at Defy a few years ago, reminding him that he beat him that night. Swerve Strickland then talks about the inspirational Shelton Benjamin gave him and many others. Swerve Strickland then says he's been watching the show the past couple weeks, and what MVP been saying is not wrong. He addresses the struggles he had the past couple months, not the least of which being that the loss the world title until Prince Nana watches. On the other hand, he wouldn't have had these things in the first place if it wasn't for Prince Nana. But on the other hand, he and MVP do go way back. The two of them can really make some more history going forward. He imagines what it would be like having MVP and Shelton Benjamin backing him up before admitting that there that they are that there are things about personality that irk him, but the biggest thing he has to say about personality is that he is family, and Swerve Strickland doesn't turn his back on family for anybody. He rejects the offer of MVP, to which Shelton Benjamin responds by telling Swerve Strickland they're either with them or against them before getting physical with Swerve Strickland until official steps in to intervene. MVP and Shelton Benjamin make their way back up the ramp as the crowd cheers Swerve Strickland in the ring. This was a very good segment here. Love hearing that Swerve Strickland is medically cleared to compete soon. And the confrontation with MVP and Shelton Benjamin was great. Curious to see where this story goes. Hashtag AEW Wrestle Dream. This was a very good segment. But I know that I know that the matter of time that Bobby Lashley is going to show up at AEW. We already know that Bobby Lashley has signed with AEW. We already know. So all right, let's continue. We get a confirmation that after a confrontation during 0 hour, Mercedes Moné will defend the TBS championship against and Queen and Queen Amnita this Wednesday on Dynamite. All right, let's move on. So we get a video package. We look at the debut of Hologram in AEW and his feud with the Beast Mortals leading to tonight's Wrestle Dream match. Back at ringside, Hologram makes his way to the ring, followed by the Beast Mortals before these two out of three falls match gets underway. So we get a 2 out of 3 falls match. Hologram versus the Beast Mortals. And this match right here, Now I ain't gonna lie, man. This was some great lucha match, man. This was a good match right here. So yeah, this was a very good match. The two go at it early on, with Motaro's getting the advantage, and he takes Hologram down for a near fall. He brings Hologram to his feet and to the corner, setting him up on the top, only for Hologram to send the Beast Motaros to the mat with a head scissors. He catches the Beast Motaros with a solid kick and a cradle to get a pin for the first fall. Hologram is now up one fall to the Beast Motaro 0. As Hologram gets hyped up, he gets caught with a pound, sending him to the outside. As the Beast Motaro follows up with a twisted dive through the ropes, sending Hologram to the floor, he continues to attack on Hologram, lifting him up for a press slam onto the entrance ramp. He brings Hologram to his feet, pulling him towards the road, pulling him towards the ring before landing a hard chop on his fellow luchador Mutaros, sends him back into the ring. Now covering for him for a near fall. Mutaros follows with a chop and a set of headbutts, only on a Hologram, before sending him into the corner with a belly-to-belly suplex. Hologram gets caught in a trio roll. As a result, allowing Motos to charge him in the corner. Only on the second attempt, he gets avoided avoided by Hologram, who gets out the trap to climb up the top for a moonsault that sends Motos to the floor. This As the action comes back into the ring, Hologram is fought off by the Beast, who catches Hologram in midair, dropping him with a powerbomb onto the knee, followed by a big lariat for the pin in the second win. The falls are now tied one apiece between Hologram and Motoros. All right, Motoros gets back up, setting up in the corner for a disgust lyric on Hologram for the cover. But Hologram managed to kick out. Motoros back to his feet as he kicks away at Hologram, bringing him up for a big palm strike, sending him to the corner. Hammer throw by the Beast Motoros, but Hologram responds with a kick in the corner before sending him up on the top turnbuckle. But the Beast Motoros has him on his shoulders, only for Hologram to send the Beast Motoros to the mat instead with a head scissors. Hologram in the corner now, catching the Beast Motoros with a kick before going up top, setting Motoros up on the top for an insecurity on the apron. The two go at it until Hologram sets up on the shoulders of the Beast Motars, driving him into the hardest part of the ring. With a poison run, a Hologram gets back to the ropes, walking them for a walking them for a walking them for a big senton dive onto the Beast Motars that sends both men to the floor. Hologram is already back up, bringing the Beast Motars back into the ring before climbing up the top for a double foot stomp. He goes for he goes back up he goes back up, going for a 450 splash this time, and landing on the knee of the Beast Motaros. The Beast Motars to the roast, but hologram counters only for the Beast Motars to respond with another disgust lyric as both men are down. Hologram back to his feet, however, the two going at it on the roast until the Beast Motars drops hologram to the canvas with an avalanche press slam, but only gets a near fall. The Beast Motars lays into hologram some more, finishing with a lariat and another cover, but hologram kicks out again. The action heads back to the ropes, where Hologram sends the Beast Motors down with a super Hurricanrana before going back up to land a swan diving perfectly bomb, rolling the Beast Motors up, but the Beast Motors kicks out. The two go back at it until Hologram gets the Beast Motors onto his shoulders for the UFO, picking up the second fall for the win. The winner of the match, two out of two, the winner two falls to one hologram. Great Lucha Libra showcase here, down to the use of the 2 out of 3 falls. So still big win for hologram as he continues the streak. But man, was Big Motor impressive. as here hashtag AEW Wrestle Dream. This was a good match between um Hologram and the Beast Mortals. This was a good match, 2 out of 3 falls match. All right, video package. Long-standing feud between Darby Allin and Brody King comes to a head tonight at AEW Wrestle Dream. Back at ringside, a special Takoma focused video shows us some insight on Darby Allin before he makes his way to the ring for our next match. Darby Allin enters the ring ready to settle this score once and for all as Brody King makes his way out before we get underway. All right, so we give Darby Allin versus Brody King. And this match right here, this was a very good match. This was a good match right here. All right, Brody King goes on the attack immediately, sending Darby Allin out of the ring before going after him and sending him into the barricade. Brody King continues the beat down until Darby Allin starts to fight back, setting up the steel steps as a launch pad, but Brody King catches him in the midair to send him back to the floor. Brody King set the steps over Darby Allin, stepping on it for further damage as the referee acknowledged him before starting the count back in the ring. The action eventually finds its way back into the ring as Brody King continues to beat down Darby Allin to beat Darby Allin down before setting him up in a trio bowl in the corner, only for Darby Allin to rise up and evade the charge by Brody King. He hits the ropes for speed and and dives onto Brody King on the outside, going back to the top turnbuckle for a coffin drop, sending him back to the floor. Brody King back to his feet, but so is Darby Allin as he hits a cold red on the big man, but only gets a near fall. Brody King heads to the apron as Darby Allin gets back up, getting a chin lock on him until Brody King drops him back first on the apron to break the hold. Brody King gets back into the ring, catching Darby Allin with a near fall, with a rear naked choke of his own before the referee forced a break. Brody King goes back on the attack, continuing to wear Darby Allin down as he changes in a chin lock until Darby Allin gets the ropes to force a break once more, but Brody King gets him onto the turnbuckle, sending Darby Allin to the mat with the avalanche German suplex. Darby Allin crawls to the opposite corner, but this only gives Brody King the opening to catch him with a second avalanche German suplex, which leads to both men being down. Brody King slowly crawls towards Darby Allin, making the cover for what ends up being a near fall. Brody King brings Darby Allin to the corner, this time looking over at a nearby step as he looks to repeat the attack once more. But Darby Allin fends him off, sending him off the top ropes onto the steel steps before leaping over the top with a coffin drop that sandwiches Brody King against the steps. Both men fall to the floor as the referee brings the count, with Darby Allin sliding into the ring as the count reaches 6. Brody King makes it to his feet, narrowly jumping onto the ring just before 10, but Darby Allin catches him with another coffin drop for the win. The winner of the match, Darby Allin. This was a very good match right here. Brody King shows Darby Allin a bit of respect for with a handshake, leaving the ring to let Darby Allin enjoy his moment. Really good match here tonight. The brutality on display was just enough to meet the needs. So the speed of the feud between Brody King and Darby Allin, that later picking up a much needed win to settle the score tonight. Hashtag AEW Wrestle Dream. All right, let's move on. A video package. Private Party is ready to prove they can beat the Young Bucks again, this time in an attempt to win the AEW World Tag Team Championships tonight at Wrestle Dream. Back at ringside, the tag champs execute, exercise their right to come out first as the Young Bucks head to the ring for our next match. We see Top Flight watching on the Young Bucks entering the ring. Before the video shows Amazing Red giving some thought talk to Private Party. to motivate the man he trained to get back at it and take the win and in the title. In the titles, we go back to ringside where Private Party once again rebuffed Stokely halfway before making their way to the ring, only for Matthew to grab a mic to run down Private Party until the challengers retaliate. The champs are not pleased about this, walking up the ramp as if to get out of this match until Private Party gives chase, only for the Young Bucks to fight back with a double super kick. Private Party Private Party quickly fights back, however, setting up for Quinn to leap off the entrance tunnel to get the drop on the Young Bucks as well as who is able to get back up and sends Nicholas to the ring to finally get this match underway. So we get the AEW Tag Team Championship match. The Young Bucks, Matthew Jackson and Nicholas Jackson defense against Private Party, Isaiah Cassidy and Mark Quinn. And this tag team match right here, I'm also say this was a fun tag team match. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. Fun tag team match. Mark Quinn gets a near fall on Nicholas Jackson earlier, only for the Young Bucks to start taking back control. Zay enters the mix and they pick up another near fall, but Matthew Jackson catches him with a super kick to keep the champ in control once more. Matthew Jackson gets the official tag as he lays in some kicks on Mark Quinn in the corner, tagging Nicholas Jackson back in for a double team. Nicholas Jackson sends Mark Quinn to the ropes, but is met with a spinning kick from Mark Quinn, who fends off the Young Bucks in the corner before making the tag to Zay. Zay goes on the attack, dodging the Young Bucks to hit them with a drop kick. Matthew Jackson tags in as Nicholas Jackson gets taken out on the outside by Zay, who catches Matthew Jackson with a near fall, and as we get a peek of Top Flight and Stokely Hathaway watching on from ringside. Matthew Jackson Matthew Jackson fights back for a power bomb, sending Zay to the turnbuckle before Nicholas Jackson tags in. The Young Bucks with a foot stomp combination that is could counter into a head scissor as Zay gets a pinfall. The action ends up on the apron as Matthew Jackson is taken down by Private Party, only for the challengers to be dropped down by Nicholas Jackson. The champ sends Mark Quinn over the barricade, but Zay evades the TK driver before taking Matthew Jackson down, only for Nicholas Jackson to hit him with the Canadian Destroyer from the barricade, which is which met with Mark Quinn hitting a 450 splash on him. All the while as the referee has been countering countering counting as he reaches 9 just as all four men slide into the ring to save the match for themselves. After all that chaos, it's Nicholas Jackson and Zay that are the legal men as they trade strikes. Nicholas Jackson hits a roundhouse kick on Zay before taking him to the ropes, but but a fight a fight between the two and with Nicholas Jackson dropping Zay with a cutter off the cover, but Zay kicks out. Matthew Jackson tags in as the Young Bucks look for a TK driver, but Mark Quinn intercepts, leading to Zay getting a roll up for a near fall. All four men end up back in the ring, and a set of DDTs led to all four men being laid out until Mark Quinn makes his way back up, only to be cut off by the Young Bucks as Zay gets to the apron. Nicholas Jackson with a tag as the Young Bucks double team Mark Quinn before taking a pump break for a super kick party that sends him to the corner. Mark Quinn managed to fight back, picking up a near fall before he tags Zay in. Private Party with a double super kick on Matthew Jackson before hitting more bang for your buck on Nicholas Jackson, but Matthew Jackson managed to break things up. Private Party set Nicholas Jackson up for the turnbuckle, but Matthew Jackson intervenes, leading to a doomsday dropkick from Matthew Jackson. Tag in to Matthew Jackson, followed by a dropkick into a senton by the champ, who hit the BT trigger for the cover, but Zay kicks out. The Young Bucks go after Mark Quinn on the outside, isolating Zay as they set up for another BT trigger. But Zay ducks out of the way, crawling Matthew Jackson for a near fall. Matthew Jackson managed to fight back as they collapse, setting up the tombstone. As Nicholas Jackson drives in for the TK driver, and the Young Bucks picks up the win to retain their AEW Tag Team titles. The winner by pinfall is still AEW World Tag Team Champions, the Young Bucks. Stokely Hathaway looks smug about the results as Top Flight discussed what went down. The champ retreating up the ramp as a medic checks on Zay after that collapse. Earlier, the crowd chants for Private Party as Mark Quinn and Zay keep their heads up high. This was a fun tag team match. Fun match for the tag team titles. Private Party showing some growth here, but at least the Young Bucks managed to retain tonight. This leads me to ask who can beat the EVPs for those tag team titles at this point. Hashtag AEW Wrestle Dream. All right, so we get the video package. Chris Jericho looks to prove the real influence of the learning tree as he challenged Mark Briscoe for the Ring of Honor World Championship tonight at Wrestle Dream. Back at ringside, Chris Jericho makes his way to the ring for our next match alongside Big Bill. Out next is Mark Quinn. I'm sorry, not Mark Quinn. Out next is Mark Briscoe. I have to correct myself. Um, ready to teach the learning tree a lesson of his own as this match gets on the way. So we get the Ring of Honor World Championship match. Mark Briscoe defends against Chris Jericho. And this match was for this match right here. I'm also say this match was okay for what it was, and that's all I gotta say. This was okay match what it was. We are remain we are reminded of the 20 count on the outside in the code of honor, which was not observed as the two go at it, which the action quickly spill into the outside. The two trade strikes until Mark Briscoe drops the challenger with a vertical suplex, bringing the chair into the ring as a launching pad until Chris Jericho intercepts. This doesn't pan out too long for the learning tree, as Mark Briscoe set him up on the chair on the floor before leaping off the apron onto him. Chris Jericho gets sent back into the ring, and this distracts the referee as Big Bill attacks Mark Briscoe on the outside. He grabs a table from under the ring, but before he can use it, Big Bill is sent away by Orange Cassidy, who hits in a couple of orange punches, forcing the Redwood to retreat. Back in the ring, Chris Jericho attempts to get back in control, goes south as Mark Briscoe fights back, setting him up on the apron, only for Chris Jericho to send him to the floor with a snap suplex. Chris Jericho mocks the crowd, and as he sends Mark Briscoe into the steel steps, but not letting him up with a follow-up attack before trying to steal a camera to make fun of Mark Briscoe. This doesn't last long until Chris Jericho brings the champ back into the ring all the same. The crowd booing the learning tree as he goes back to work on Mark Briscoe with some chops in the corner before sending him into the opposite corner where Mark Briscoe fights back with a fury of offense. I'm glad the crowd booing the learning tree because the learning tree sucks. But let me continue. Before Chris Jericho intercepts him on the turnbuckle, Chris Jericho joins him on the top for a set of punches followed by a Hurricanrana. But Mark Briscoe fights back with a set of forearm strikes to get back into it. Mark Briscoe follows up with a set of strikes, followed by a suplex for a near fall. But Chris Jericho catches the champ as he locks in the walls of Jericho. Mark Briscoe struggling as he tries to get to the ropes, eventually crawling over to get there and force a rope break. Chris Jericho argues with the referee, which allows Brian Keith to wallow the champ with a baseball bat. As Chris Jericho gets the cover, but Mark Briscoe kicks out. Brian Brian Keith gets on the apron to intervene as Mark Briscoe gets back to his feet, but it's spanned off by with Rocky Romero as Jericho gets sent to the outside. Bob Briscoe set up the chair and launches himself off it over the ropes as he drives Chris Jericho through the table. Still prop up against the announcer table, he brings the challenger back in the ring as he goes for the froggy bowl, but gets caught with a cold breaker as Chris Jericho gets the cover. But the champ kicks out once again, proving he's still in this. Mark Briscoe is back up, but is caught with a Judas effect by Chris Jericho, who looks to mark the memory of Mark Briscoe's brother. Mark Briscoe as Jay Briscoe's as he hit Mark Briscoe with the with the J Driller covered by Chris Jericho once more. Mark Briscoe kicks out. Um, Both men slowly get to their feet as they trade strikes, with Chris Jericho unable to rock Mark Briscoe with their hand before the champ fights back with a fury, sending Chris Jericho to the ropes and then hitting an uppercut on the challenger. Death Valley Driver connects as Mark Briscoe goes up top, connecting with the Funky Bowl. He looks up to the sky, pointing to his brother, to his late brother Jay Briscoe as he goes for the J Driller to pick up the win to retain. The winner by pinfall is still your Ring of Honor World Champion, Mark Briscoe. This match was okay for what it was. Mark Briscoe leaves the ring to celebrate the win in honor of his brother's memory, Jay Briscoe. What a match this was for the Ring of Honor World Champion. I think that Chris Jericho making things personal was smart to bring some heat into this match, though it cost him the end as Mark Briscoe wins to retain it wins to retain. Hashtag AEW Wrestle Dream. This match was okay for what it was. Alright. Video package. John Moxley returns. Yeah, video package. John Moxley returns comes to the promise of the dangerous new era in AEW as he challenges his one-time ally Brian Danielson for the AEW World Championship tonight at AEW Wrestle Dream. Back at ringside, Justin Roberts get us ready for our main event of the evening before John Moxley makes way through the crowd alongside Maria Shapiro. John Moxley enters the ring, ready to take down the American Dragon as the AEW World Champion makes his way out next. Final countdown signals the arrival of Brian Danielson as he comes down the ramp. He climbed the turnbuckle as the crowd sings along to the chorus by the choirs, but John Moxley doesn't care about any of this, attacking him in the corner. The song is still playing because as much as it costs to play, you might as well. As John Moxley and Danielson go at it, second around ringside, John Moxley grabs a cable to try to choke Brian Danielson out, but the champion doesn't turn around as he goes after John Moxley until Maria Shafir intervenes, only to be sent down to the floor. Brian Danielson. This gives John Moxley the opening to attack Brian Danielson once more, sending him back into the ring as he brings in a chair. But Brian Danielson hits him with a shotgun drop kick into the corner. The referee checks on both men and finally get this main event match underway. Alright, so we get the main event of the evening. AEW World Championship match. Brian Danielson defends against John Moxley. And in this match right here, I might as well say this was and yeah man. This match right here, this was I can't even tell about this match, but this match was I might as well say this was a good main event, in my opinion. This was a good main event, but the crowd was shocked that John Moxley beat Brian Danielson to end Brian Danielson's full career. But anyway, this was a good main event. Brian Danielson catches John Moxley with yeah, Brian Danielson catches John Moxley with an early near fall before the challenger fights back, but only for Brian Danielson to drop him down for another near fall before John Moxley rolls out of the ring for a breather. John Moxley goes around ringside to take a drop kick that sends him into the announcer table by Brian Danielson. John Moxley gets set up on the table as Brian Danielson lays in a series of kicks at mid yes chance, but John Moxley catches him with a thumb to the eye before nailing the champ with a pile driver onto the table. The table remains intact as the referee checks on Brian Danielson while the crowd lets the challenger know what they think of him. John Moxley continues to beat down until the ref intervenes. John Moxley pays him little mind, even talking, taking a swipe at Nigel McGuinness before bringing the champ to the apron before a bite until the referee intervenes once again. John Moxley gets back in the ring, distracting the referee long enough for Maria Shavir to get a couple of shots of her own on the champ. John Moxley goes back on the attack, bringing Brian Danielson down before grabbing the champ arm for a big stomp on the neck. Brian Danielson is brought back to his feet and to the corner as John Moxley lays in some more strikes until Brian Danielson evades to land some chops, but John Moxley draws him down hard for a near fall. John Moxley grabs Brian Danielson's arm, laying in some stomps for going for the cover for another near fall. John Moxley lays in some more offense on the champ, allowing Maria Shafir to join in until the referee intervenes. John Moxley prods Brian Danielson against the ropes for more damage as Maria Shafir starts pulling off the protective mat from the floor outside, while John Moxley brings Brian Danielson out of the ring. He sets Brian Danielson's head into the steel steps as a fan shouts at him, leading to John Moxley telling the fan to watch this as he looks to set Brian Danielson up for a power driver on the floor, but the champ counters with a back body drop instead. The action finds its way to the turnbuckle as Brian Danielson looks to into the match get back to the match, only for John Moxley to dig into his bag. But Brian Danielson slips out of his grasp, setting John Moxley up in a trio roll for a series of kicks until a running drop kick. John Moxley makes it back up from a trio roll, but is met with Brian Danielson looking for a race lock, eventually hitting the challenger with a spider German suplex that sends John Moxley to the mat. Brian Danielson set himself up for a diving headbutt, but John Moxley evades before hitting a running stomp for a near fall. Gator roll by John Moxley into the bulldog choke as Brian Danielson struggles to find a way out. Brian Danielson nearly escapes until John Moxley transitions into an even deeper hole on the choke until Brian Danielson slips through, catching the challenger with a pile driver. Both men are down as the referee begins the standing count. John Moxley slowly gets to his feet, adjusting his neck as he goes after the champ, who is back up as well. The two go nose to nose before Brian Danielson eggs John Moxley on. John Moxley responds with a forearm, to which Brian Danielson gives one back. This leads to the two trading blows, neither man giving in an inch. They exchange the exchange goes quicker until Brian Danielson drops to his knees, giving John Moxley an advantage as he lays in the kick. But follow up is met with a set of uppercuts by the champ. Brian Danielson hits the ropes for speed on a kick that sends the challenger down to the canvas. Brian Danielson back on his feet for another series of kicks, this time finishing with a big roundhouse to take John Moxley to the mat. Brian Danielson in the corner. Now the crowd chant yes as he gears up for the bazooka knee, but Mauricio Shafir grabs his foot to stop it. The referee catches her catches him as John Moxley catches the champ with a cutter, and Mauricio Shafir is ejected from ringside as she slowly goes up the ramp while John Moxley looks on in frustration. John Moxley set Brian Danielson up for a death rider, but the champ countered only to be sent down for a German suplex. But Brian Danielson pops back up for the bazooka knee, covered by Brian Danielson, but the challenger kicks out. Brian Danielson gets back to his feet as the crowd wheels him on to kick John Moxley's freaking head in, and the champ obliged, laying in the trap arm stomp before changing into the bell lock. John Moxley is struggling here, crawling to the ropes to try to get a break. Brian Danielson grabs his arm to stop this, but John Moxley gets his foot on the ropes to force the break instead. John Moxley leaves the ring where Brian Danielson goes for a dive, but John Moxley catches him, leading to a paragon shift that sends the champ onto the exposed concrete floor. He brings Brian Danielson back into the ring for a cover, but Brian Danielson kicks out. John Moxley goes for some hammering elbow before changing in a sleeper hold, but Brian Danielson fights to his feet, carrying John Moxley on his back. He heads he heads to the corner as John Moxley keeps the hold on, and Brian Danielson slowly climbs the turnbuckle before sending both of them to the mat to finally break the hold on break the hold John Moxley has on him. Both men are down, but manage to go at it as they trade boots to to each other's head until Brian Danielson gets the LeBell lock on John Moxley. John Moxley breaks free, but the champ catches him with a triangle hold. But John Moxley gets a body scissor before going for a cross arm breaker. No, Brian Danielson breaks free and dodges John Moxley to hit a bazooka knee, but the challenger kicks out once again. Another bazooka knee is met with the lariat, and John Moxley hits another one for what amounts to a near fall. But he brings Brian Danielson up to his feet, nailing him with the Death Rider, only to get a one count before the champ managed to kick out. John Moxley can be heard telling Brian Danielson not to make him do it, but he defend champ responds with a headbutt, only to be dropped with a grunge style power driver. But John Moxley changes in a near choke as Brian Danielson fights to his feet, looking to break the hold, but he's fading and falls down to the mat. Brian Danielson is out and the referee calls for the bell. The winner by submission, your new AEW World Champion, John Moxley. The crowd is shocked by the result as the referee gets the title to hand to the new champion as Brian Danielson can be seen in the corner trying to recover after what he been through. Claudio Castagnoli Pac and Maria Shafir come to the ring with a bag as they stash the title away before pulling out a plastic bag. But Wheeler Yuta and Darby Allin come out to make the save. Darby Allin got a chair in hand as he stares down the group outside, turning around to see Wheeler Yuta run at him with a bazooka knee. Yuta seems almost remorseful, however, as Pac and Maria Shafir tape up Darby Allin in the corner. John Moxley grabs the bag, handing it to Yuta as a reminding him what he needs to do. And really Yuta re, uniquely obliged, putting the bag over Brian Danielson's head. Darby Allin is yelling for them to stop as officials and wrestlers run down to put a stop to all this. Jack is spinning all by Claudio before the group gets a steel chair around the neck of the now former champion, with John Moxley calling for Claudio Castagnoli to land the final blow. More officials and wrestlers rush down, finally chasing the group to retreat through the crowd as Darby Allin is finally broken free while Brian Danielson is checked on. We cut between the two. We cut between the group leaving the area and a stretcher being brought out to help Brian Danielson out of the ring. The crowd chants his name. Brian Danielson is placed on the stretcher, given a neck brace to keep things steady. We see folks watching on from ringside as Wrestle Dream comes to a very somber close. This was a good match. It says it says hell of a main event of the AEW World Championship. These two really tore into each other as promised by the build. But oh boy, what was I surprised by the way the finish came out. Brian Danielson fought hard every second. but John Moxley pulls off the win to claim the title. Hashtag AEW Wrestling Dream. All right. As for what happened after the match, it's hard to put what went down into words. John Moxley seemed to make good on more than one promise tonight. As the show ends, as Matt is getting Brian Danielson into a stretcher while much of the roster looks on. Yikes! Hashtag AEW Wrestle Dream. Setting aside the somber somber tone, the show and on this was a strong, strong pay-per-view showing of AEW great matches through bringing some feuds and story to a head and starting some new ones up between Adam Cole's return and the title change that were made. Hashtag AEW Wrestle Dream. Alright. With John Moxley as our new AEW World Champion, I gotta wonder what is going to happen next. Lots of stuff to assist and ponder as we enter the home stretch of 2024. Alright, an AEW Wrestle Dream goes off the air. Now let me get my honest opinion what I think about AEW Wrestling Dream. AEW Wrestle Dream was a decent show. That's all I gotta say. If you guys enjoyed my AEW Wrestle Dream review on highs, please give this video a big fat thumbs up. Yeah, if you guys enjoyed my AEW Wrestle Dream review on highs, because AEW Wrestle Dream was a decent show. If you guys enjoyed my AEW Wrestle Dream review on highs, please give this video a big fat thumbs up. Comment down below what are your thoughts on AEW Wrestle Dream, because it was a decent show. And yeah, man, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys please watch the video, subscribe to my channel because I'm on the road to 7K, along with that 3K watch hours. And thank you guys so much for coming to my 4-hour stream. While I was playing Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, I was streaming live. I was streaming Dragon Ball Sparking Zero for 4 hours yesterday. Thank you guys so much for coming out to my 4-hour stream for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. I had lots of fun with the story mode. That's all I gotta say. But anyway, if you guys enjoy my AEW Wrestle Dream review on highs, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will make a YouTube short video just to show you guys full proof that of what my thumbnail looks like. I'm gonna show all my subs and viewers 1000% full proof of my thumbnail when I make a YouTube short. But anyway, I want you guys to have a great day. Stay safe and always stay positive. Kept your crew, kept your kings, kept your club. Too sweet, I'm out of here, gang. Mwah. Bang, too sweet, gang. And later on today, I will be going live for some Dragon Ball Sparking Zero again, which is gonna be later today. But I do not know what time, but it's gonna be later today when I go live again for some Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. All right, let me get up out of here. I want you guys to have a great day. Stay safe and always stay positive. Too sweet, I'm out of here, gang. Mwah. Bang, too sweet, gang.